out there. I'm Barbara Rich, and welcome to another segment of Bifocals. The other guy, Gordon Richiusa, is here on behalf of L&L Magazine. Gordon.
Barbara is the star of Bifocals and also the head columnist for L&L Magazine's entertainment and travel section. We're doing a special article now, which we will build on in the next few months, called The Best Way to Travel. So today we are going to talk about the best way to travel and some of our travel experiences, and we're going to show you a few clips, of course, and talk about travel movies. So to begin with, I think we have a contribution from a AAA representative, Marie Montgomery. AAA has been really kind of good for us in the past.
Yes, it has.
Not only do they let us have their triptychs or other kind of products, but you get a lot of good benefits, especially for entertainment. We can get some free tickets every once in a while, or cheap tickets.
That's a good thing.
Okay. We're going to get right into our first segment, which is a clip from Marie Montgomery, AAA representative. Let's take a look at the clip.
It's Marie Montgomery. I'm a spokesperson for the Automobile Club of Southern California. There are all kinds of services that AAA offers regarding travel. Of course, our most famous service would be our maps, and these, of course, now that everybody has, or a lot of people have smartphones, they're not as in tune with getting the paper maps. But when you are planning a trip, especially if you're planning a family trip, it's really kind of fun to have a map, spread it out on the kitchen table, and have everybody use it as a trip planning tool as to where you want to go and what you want to see. That's a very basic member benefit that we offer is maps of all types of sections of the country and internationally. We also have something called a tour book, which is a geographically specific guide to any given area in the U.S. So we'll have one for a given state, and it's going to list for you all the hotels, all the attractions you might want to see. It's going to give you diamond ratings on those hotels, so then you can know, what you might want to book. And that's always a great resource for a road trip, and I always try to grab one when I'm going on a road trip. Another thing that we're very famous for is our triptychs. And triptychs are strip maps that were invented way, way back in the early 20th century for our members that wanted to come in. They came into the office and they wanted to go someplace, and they wanted to make sure that they didn't miss anything along their way. And we are still producing these triptychs today. They're a customized map for your route, and they're going to show you all the attractions along the way. And you can also get this online on either your AAA app on your phone, which is free, or you can go on your computer and do a triptych at AAA.com/triptych. That's TRIPTIK. So those are the three very basic ways that we help travelers on road trips. Of course, if you want to come into our offices anytime and book travel, we have a full-service travel agency at our 70-plus branches throughout Southern California, and that's an easy way to get somebody else to take all the headaches out of planning for you, whether it's a cruise, a road trip, or a plane trip. We can take care of it, any kind of tours. Because we're such a large organization of AAA, we're able to negotiate some really good deals with some of the top travel providers in the world. Westways has been the magazine of the Auto Club of Southern California for over 100 years, and it is really a great resource. Our members look to it every month to see what sort of trips we highlight. We cover travel extensively, and it's really interesting when our magazine hits the newsstands or members' homes. What happens is lots of people come in the office to book the trip that was featured on Westways that month, and they notice it in the office immediately. They must have done a feature on such and such because everybody's coming in to want to go to whatever it was that was mentioned. So it really does have some great trips listed in there every month, and we cover other aspects of the travel industry, travel trends, tips on how to pack your luggage, tips on how to get the best deal, and it really is a great member resource, and that does come to members-only homes every month or every other month. There is a Plus and a Premier membership. Plus level membership offers a 100-mile tow if you need it. The tows on the Classic membership are only limited to 7 miles, and then you have to pay beyond that. Premier, I believe, offers maybe a 300-mile tow every year, so that's a great benefit if you're on a road trip and you need to get the car towed home. That is really helpful. There are some restrictions on who can get those memberships, but they have a number of additional benefits, such as notary services, lockout services, a lot of different added benefits, and they may be able to waive fees, some different fees that might apply to your travel because you are a Plus or a Premier member. One really popular service that we have now that we've added in the offices sort of recently, and this is not necessarily if you're going far, but if you're SoCal local and you want to go to a theme park, you might want to check out our offices because we have discount tickets for just about every theme park in Southern California, and that's a member benefit as well. A lot of these theme parks, you won't be able to get a discount. I'm thinking Disneyland. There's very few places that you can get a discount. The Disneyland tickets are it's not a huge discount, but it's definitely a member benefit. And the one day one park pass is the only pass that we don't sell for Disney in our offices. Other discounts are we all have all kinds of travel discounts. We have travel discounts for attractions. We have travel discounts for hotels. You just really want to go to AAA.com/discounts and get that information before you go on a trip so that you make sure that you take full advantage. AAA is nationwide, and we have affiliate clubs around the world as well. And if you are doing foreign travel, another service that we offer for members and for non-members is international driving permits, which a lot of people don't know about. But if you are traveling in a foreign country that does not have English as a primary language, you may want to get one of these because it's a translation of your driver's license. And it can help smooth the way if you're stopped by authorities or something like that. So that is a service that you can only get at AAA and one other place, and it requires a couple of passport photos, which we can take in the office, or you can just bring them. And then there's a small fee. It's essentially a translation, and you must have a valid U.S. driver's license in order to get this, but it's definitely a help if you're traveling to a foreign country.
You know, I have to show a couple of clips from my favorite travel movie, but what's your favorite travel movie?
Off the top of my head, I believe the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
Oh, that's a good
one.
one.
And it's senior related, and
you know, let's take a look at that clip.
We have a clip?
Yes.
Let's do it.
This is the day.
Name the place, darling. Where you going?
Come and spend your autumn years in an Indian palace.
Arches and canopied balconies.
It's a luxury development where all the residents are in their golden years.
Like the Costa Brava?
Yeah, but with more elephants.
Your first time in India?
Yes, this country seems rather more civilized than one originally thought.
Would you like some of this? I believe it's called alu carparata.
Now, if I can't pronounce it, I don't want to eat it.
Welcome to the best exotic Marigold hotel.
There's an Indian in there.
This building is in 100% ship-shape condition.
I thought I might fix it myself.
Give us a refund.
Of course, I'll refund you completely.
You will?
I most definitely will, straight away in 3 months, okay?
You all right?
Just want a glass of water. That was a gin and tonic.
I know that now.
I have a dream, Mummy Ji, to create a home for the elderly so wonderful that they will simply refuse to die.
This man is dead.
I'm in hell.
My name's Norman. You're very fit.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, God. Look at us. A group of self-deluding old fossils traipsing around as if we're on some bloody gap year.
High five.
No, sorry, I don't know why I did that. I've never done it before in my life.
How can you bear this country? What do you see that I don't?
The light, colours, smiles. All life is here.
Do you think we'll be all right?
It's going to be extraordinary.
Everything will be all right in the end. So if it is not all right, it is not yet the end.
You're not worried about the danger of having sex at your age?
If she dies, she dies.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Movie. And you know what? Now it kind of leads me in a funny way to my favorite, which also has one of my favorite travel songs of all time. Most people, in fact, probably know the song more than they have any memory of the movie. The movie is National Lampoon's Vacation, and the song is Holiday Road. Let's take a quick look at that clip.
This summer, when you think vacation, think National Lampoon's Vacation. See the real America.
Hey, underpants. Hey, yellow.
It's friendly.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Don't you want to look at the Grand Canyon?
It's educational.
Great.
And most of all, it's fun.
The dog went on the picnic basket.
Like Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo,
Mark.
Imogene Coca, Randy Quaid, John Candy, and Christy Brinkley.
Well, are you gonna go for it?
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Take you for a ride. This summer, when you think vacation, think National Lampoon's Vacation.
Better check under the hood.
You know, I've never even seen that movie, but I can only assume that it's Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and I'm sure we've all went on one of those trips.
Well, at least one lesson that we can get from this is that it's always best to be prepared when you're on a trip, especially after hearing the comments from Marie Montgomery. Do you remember that trip that we took down to Mexico, to Cabo San Lucas? We drove from Boise, Idaho.
Do I ever?
1,000 miles.
Yes.
Actually, 2,000, wasn't it? Yeah, 2,000 miles of driving. And as you know, and as the readers or the viewers are going to find out, I am an English instructor, and I'm a complete fool when it comes to any other language. I try to translate everything into English, and you just can't do that, obviously, when you're trying to learn language. So on our trip down, I started to take photographs and tried to learn the road signs. So here we are crossing the border. By the way, that's one of the signs. There are some people crossing the border that you have to watch out for. All the words are in Spanish, and sometimes they're not in any language. It's just pictures. This means watch for water. Topas is a word we saw a lot, Barbara's favorite. She kept saying, what's topas? That means bumps. Another common sign is a cattle, and those can appear anywhere on the road, very dangerous. One of my favorites was a sign that translates to say, don't pour sand on the road. And this one says to be nice to the signs. That one.
And be aware that peligroso means danger. So when you see that word, look out. One of our purposes for visiting Cabo San Lucas was to do an article on the Sands Times racers in the Baja, right?
That's right, the Baja 1000, which is 1,000 miles of racing down the Baja Peninsula. The first ever senior team of motorcycle racers, the Redefine What's Possible team, was run by a man named Don Lewis, and he did not only the documentary for me, but he did a little brief clip which we call Message in a Bottle, and we're going to show that to you right now.
Over the years, a lot of people have asked, how did you get to Baja, and why is the Baja where you put on this incredible event? And it's quite obvious, really. There's no more beautiful peninsula in the world. I think when God created that peninsula, he had the intention of making it an off-road paradise.
When did you break your neck? I said, gosh, doc, you think I'd know whether I've broken my neck or not? He says, come over here and take a look at the x-ray. And I went over there, and sure enough, there's a little bone that had healed a little bit crooked, and it was definitely in my neck. And I said, well, I guess I did. Maybe it was the time I came over my handlebars feet first.
Donald called and explained what he was doing and was interested in basically a full race bike for the Baja 1000.
You are not only riding on the 40, but the 50 and the 60 and over team.
Yeah, this year we decided to do something different. I've been riding 40 and 50, two classes last few years. Been having a lot of fun, and then Don Lewis called me up and said, hey, we got a 60 class. And he asked me if I want to ride, and I said, yeah, I'm in the pot.
Just by riding on 3 different teams, are you going in the record book?
Great. Good. Thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely tremendous experience. It's just wonderful to be an old guy and still out here doing our very best, showing the world what old people can do. Tremendous experience, and thanks to everyone.
I mean old people. We're just in our twilight years. What are you talking about? Old people. Great job. Great job.
Okay, we're back. We just saw a clip of Sands of Time Racer and Don Lewis, the captain of the Redefine What's Possible team, the first senior team of motorcycle racers at the Baja 1000. While we're on the subject of driving any kind of vehicle down in Mexico, we're going to take a couple of quick looks at movies that are based on motorcycle riding or have scenes that were based on motorcycle riding. One of them is the first Baja 1000 movie called From Dust to Glory, and in that movie we have a star, Steve McQueen, which I know is one of your favorites.
Be still my heart. Yes.
And then after that we're going to stick with Steve McQueen, and we're going to show a famous scene from The Great Escape.
Oh, I remember that well.
Over 6 minutes of chase scene with Steve McQueen doing all of his own stunt riding. So we're going to take a quick look at 2 of those clips right now.
willst du denn hin? Zeig mir mal deinen Ausweis. Hey! Halt! Halt!
Los, aufstehen! Hände hoch!
Wow, Steve McQueen, the king of coal. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, well, that's it for this week, and we're going to wrap it up with our usual...
Until next time,
Here's looking at you.